Hello everyone, George Packard Family Lawn and Landscape, and today we are going to look at some products here that I like, and I'm going to do a little demonstration on these products and show you guys what they are. So first off, these are all chem blowers, by the way, chemical blowers. So these are made by Tomahawk Power Equipment, all right, and this one I believe is the smallest one that they have. We'll go through each part of it. This one we've had out, we've used it already. And this one is going to be a little bigger one. And this has a turbo on it, which the turbo is, it helps with the flow. So for example, this is supposed to shoot 20 feet, which it pretty much does. But with this one's supposed to shoot about 40 feet, okay? So we're going to show you right from the box. We're going to pop them out. That one we already have put together and I've used it already. We're going to do a demonstration with this one as well. That being said, let's get busy. This is the first one, all right? So this one, I like this one. I mean, I like the concept of it. The tank, I can't remember. I want to say it's a 3-gallon tank. Gosh, I hope I'm right on that. I think it was a 3-gallon tank, if I'm not mistaken. So, that being said, obviously your fuel goes in down below. Here's your choke. Your spark plug's up here. It's easy to get to if you do have to change it, if you do foul it. What I do like about this versus, like, say, the steel, for example, which we use those as well. We have those up there. I noticed that the covers, matter of fact, I'm going to show you guys so that you know what I'm talking about. Come on over here. This little thing, all right, this little cover right here snaps right out of there. And if you look over here, there was a cover on this, but that's snapped off and gone. That's what I didn't like about these steels, is these things just, when you can bump them on anything and all of a sudden these are missing, or you see them lay in the back of your vehicle and you got to snap it back in there. I didn't like that part. So if you look at these particular ones, or their design on this, see how that's offset, how that's set in, and this kind of comes out a ways, so it keeps you from getting burnt. And that's a serious deal. My son got burnt on an old backpack blower on his arm, just trying to put it up and strap it, and it didn't have a guard on it. I like how this is set up, nothing to snap off, so that part I like. Your controller, if you take a look at this, now this is Wisconsin where we're at right now, so it's cold outside, it's freezing, whatever. Here's what happens. Your chemicals, your liquids, this is all for your liquids, okay? So this comes down, runs here. Here's your on and off switch. So when this is on your back, basically you can turn this. As soon as you turn it like this, you're going to allow that fluid to come into this line. And this adjusts it. So you can adjust how much fluid you actually want to come out of here. So by doing that, you're adjusting your spray. How much volume? How much volume from here are you trying to spray when you spray this thing, okay? So on and off here, here's your volume where you can control that. It hits this little spinner down here, and when it does that, that helps just dissipate everything, turn it into a mist, okay? So over here, of course, your controller, all right, so your speed, you can lock that speed wherever you want it to be. I like that. I like the ease of the on and off, which is, I don't know if you can see that. If not, let me get it so you can. All right, so clearly you want to run it, snap it up, and just give her a pull. She starts up, she goes pretty good. So I do like that. I like the flexibility of this. This turns, so as you put it on, I'll give you a little demonstration. I do like the pads on this too. This is kind of neat. So get that on. See that? Nothing to it. All right, so this is how they're set up. It's nice because it distributes the weight evenly. I like the pads. I like the way it just fits good. You got some support back here on the back side of this, so it's not like a hard tank up against your tailbone or your spine back here, beating you to death as you try and go across uneven ground and whatnot. So what we use these for, there's a couple different things. So you can get liquid fertilizers and such, and we can mix those in the tank. I can go out on the lawn and shoot 20 feet in each direction which is basically the same as if I had a push spreader that I'm going out putting granules out on the lawn, okay? So that's one thing I use this for. My main reason for this is that right there, which again is the mosquito business, mosquitoes and ticks. So we put our liquids in here, just go along, shoot everything, shoot all the foliage, so on and so forth. So this is their basic unit. I will tell you from using this, and I'll demonstrate that to you. Oh, before I do that, it does come with some extra pieces here, so if you want, I like this setup right here. But I could take this off and I could put this on, and it actually just like shooting up underneath trees and stuff like that when you're trying to get your products into where the mosquitoes are hanging out or whatever, wherever your critters are, or like raspberry bushes and whatnot. If you don't want to just keep spraying on top and everything just runs off, you can shove this in and actually shoot up underneath them. So I do like that, up underneath shrubs and so on and so forth, under decks, things like that. So it does have a purpose, all right? I prefer this one the best with just a slight bend in it. Otherwise, you can just hook it up straight also if you wanted. And we'll demonstrate that one in a little while. This one, we're going to pull it out of the box. I'll show you how they come. And maybe I won't. Yes, I will. Oh, you didn't. Oh, yes, you did. Hang on, fellas. Don't worry. I'll get there. Hope you guys look at that. Little scissors on it. I didn't even know I had that on there. See that? Yeah, it's very, very important that I show you guys these little scissors that have no bearing on anything we're talking about. Let's start right here. This is, again, made by Tomahawk. 100% engineered, 30% fuel savings, according to those guys. Love the flag, great marketing. Mist duster, okay, long spraying, reach 40 feet. This comes with a turbo. So that's that turbo I was telling you about earlier. So this does not have a turbo, and you will notice the difference. You'll see the difference in it, I'm sure. I haven't tried it yet, but I've looked at it online, and I did see a lot in the difference in this thing, and I wanted to try it out. So this has, let's see, 3 horsepower motor on it. The motor is 2-stroke, has a 1-year warranty, and if you turn it this way, Fumigadora. Aneno di Garatia Calidi Daddy Efficienzo. Yep. So let's go back this way, and it is definitely made in America. So let's go over here and pop this open. I'll show you guys this knife that should have been sharpened and isn't. Just how it is. Comes just like that. Okay, so you got a nice, neat little instruction booklet that I only read if you absolutely have to. And even then, I prefer someone else does it. Ooh, pictures. Now that I like. Look at that. That's going to make things a lot easier. Now I might read this book. Just because of that fact. I like pictures. Yep. And there isn't all that much to it. They also come with a dust tank up here, and I'm not quite sure what that is. I'm pretty sure that you can put, well, I'm not even going to say till we dig into it, and then we'll find out what it's actually about. All right, set that here for now, put that there, and set that there. Now, do not stack, fragile. Here, okay. Now, all kinds of little gadgets in here. You come with this for some reason, which we'll find out in a little bit. How did they get this in here? Very easy to work with, clearly. Not break it. Remember, fragile. Very gentle with them. Bring them out. There's a lot of this is already put together, which I really like that. All right, here are all the different ends and such. We will lay them out so you can see what they come with. Okay. Sure, we're going to need that. Now, all kinds of gadgets. What do you suppose that goes to? Well, that's an O-ring. And I'm not sure right now where it goes, but I will find out. Has a toolkit. You know how I know that's a toolkit? It says so right there. That's good to know, because otherwise I would never have known that was a toolkit. So, very good. All right, that out of the way. Now, it's time for the instructions. Well, or take a look at what you got. There's another one. So this goes here. Okay. And it comes here like that. What is this? Oh, I don't know. Still don't know what that is. Okay, and I'm going to have to read what this is too. So, looking at this, looks remarkably similar to that. I think the only difference is it's got a turbo on it somewhere. I don't even know where that is. Probably back here somewhere, I would imagine. Otherwise, the straps are here. Those are okay. This strap out, which I know goes in there. This strap out goes in there. Okay. See where the turbo is? Right there. If you'll notice, if you see that, this one does not have that. So that's where the turbo is. I don't know if that means a great deal to you guys. To me, the reason that it was important, when I contacted the company and I said, hey, this thing shoots 20 feet and I'd like to get more out of it, they said, hey, we have a solution for that. We have a turbo that we can send you. It's kind of an add-on to this thing. I don't remember exactly the pricing. I was like 100 and some bucks. And they put that turbo on here, or they send it to you and I guess you put it on. Or you can order it just like this. This one came with the turbo on it, okay? So when we do test these out, we can look at them and make an honest decision. You guys can look at it and say, hey, you know what? That one's going to be good enough for me. I'll just order that, or pay the extra money and get the one with the turbo on it. But that'll be up to you. We'll demonstrate them both to you in a little bit. All right. Now I probably should get this book out, which God knows I hate to do. Okay. Because there are words, and some of them are big, I think I will inquire the help of my mechanic as I put this together, but I'm sure it won't take long at all. So, let me see if I can get him. All right, what's first?
The ribbed tube, that's what this is called. This guy here is just called the connecting pipe.
Which one do you want me to work with first?
I'm just labeling them.
How do you know? Oh, and that's nice because these are labeled here, so they make, there's like a B right on it there, so it tells us what's up. And we have this, which I'm sure I can already see. I know where that's going. Right there. So this go on first? Or no?
Yes.
Yes.
We're going to need our tool pouch, which is this guy right here, because it says tool kit.
Roger that. Over. Come on. There's the...
Or we can just cheat and grab a drill.
I have a drill, but we would want to use the tools that they provided you with. Why not? You paid for them.
Exactly.
All right. Put that on. Handy dandy little wrench. Always handy to get with these things. Come on, man. I drink too much. I suppose you want to make sure you don't over tighten these things and bust them. All right, there's that. This one goes on next?
Yep, so connecting pipe B.
That doesn't go on there first or anything?
Negative.
Negative. Are you sure that goes on here?
According to the pictures.
Are you doing any reading or just looking at the pictures?
Secure the rib tube with the hose clamp to the blower elbow, which you have done. 4. Attach the connecting pipe B. Secure it to the rib tube with the hose clamp.
Roger that. Really would like to get my drill gun for this, but we're not going to because we're going to use the tools that they have provided. Not only that, if you use a drill, sometimes you over tighten these way too easily and you'll strip them right out. So, okay. Was there any particular way that should have been? I don't know.
No. All right, attach the blower pipe C by meeting raised dimple to the slot guide.
The other one went on just fine. Attaboy. Okay. Occasionally, you'll have to use pliers. I've been doing a lot of work today, so I'm probably getting a little weak. That's probably what's up, because I can't imagine what else it would be. Put that on there. Clamp that there. That will prevent it from leaking. All right, Jeremiah. What's next then?
That is the complete setup
There
for the mist blower portion of it.
Really?
It are.
That's all set up?
For mist blowing, yes.
That was nothing.
That was a piece of cake.
Hey, did you figure out what these other things are for?
Yeah, so the mother pipes are optional. This is, in fact, a duster as well.
Did you figure out what this thing went?
That goes in here. Is in fact also a duster, which I was just reading here. That's what the other components are for. Where that piece went.
What did happen to them?
I got the clear hose. I don't have the.
Is it in here?
They are.
It are in there. Well, look at that.
So if you wanted to set this up for the
There
duster,
are gadgets in here. Hold on. Look at that in here.
look at that.
Look at that. That is for measuring your gas-oil mix ratio when you, because it is a 2-cycle, you have to add oil to your gas mixture, and that's what they gave you that for. Pretty slick. All right, now what were you going to say about this thing?
That thing is for dusting.
How does
Duster Quick Assembly Part 2.
Duster Quick Assembly Part 2.
So in order to do that, it's telling us that we would have to remove this cap right here.
Okay.
By doing so, be careful because you have your gasket in there. You don't want to lose that. And now it is telling us that this, where to go? This guy here would go on here. Thread it on there, right? And then you would connect this hose to here. I believe we're not going to fully do that, are we?
No, we don't need to go through all that. Well, we'll just show them what it is. What is it for and what does it do?
Okay, so if you had a dry chemical, you could put a dry chemical in this tank here, and it will allow you to spray your dry chemical
Out through your wand.
out through your wand. It's actually going to feed right in through your air supply your chemical will come through here, this connects down here, and then your powder comes down through here and then goes through with the adjusted airflow that you have it set for.
Nice. Okay, that's awesome.
It is.
All right.
So we'll put this guy back.
So that's all there is to getting this thing set up. Okay, well, you saw the test, kind of saw it was done. It was a little difficult for us to get this done with the wind out there, played a role. We had to keep moving in different areas to try to get out of the wind, to show you the difference between the two. One of the things that I did notice about these that I didn't like is the end of this thing. So we had this one before, but if you look real close here, if you just, you bang this on something, if it hits the floor, I noticed that this thing cracked on it, okay? So you can see that there, it's almost broke all the way through. That's something that is not good, and I think you might as well get yourself a couple extra end pieces right there when you order it. Even if you had to order them extra, at least that way you would have them, if you did break them. Otherwise, everything seems to work decent on them. I did notice more power with the turbo machine. Seemed like it did shoot it up there farther, so it was definitely better. It's definitely better. If your application requires you to shoot up in the trees like it kind of does for us for the mosquito business, that's definitely something. It's an improvement that they made, no doubt about it. So I could see them sticking that turbo on them all at some point. At least I would if it was my company. But anyway, for the money, this thing is definitely, when you try to compare these to others, it's difficult to compare them to like a steel or something like that. You'll notice right out of the box, and this is just an automatic thing that you're going to notice is, what comes to your mind is cheapness. You look at it, how it's made, how it's built. This part seems to work fine though. The more I'm around it, the more I kind of like it. And I do like the setup that they do have. It's easy to maneuver, it's nice and padded, it protects you. 3-gallon tank on it versus steel has a 4. They also have a 2-gallon one also, but regardless, this is not about the steel, this is about the Tomahawks. And that's the one flaw that I found in it right there. I didn't see any issues with leaks or anything like that on these. They seem to work fine. Fired right up. A little bit of a hesitation on the motor on this one. Might need just a little bit of a tuning on the carburetor, not a big deal at all. So aside from that, I think it's like 100 or 150 bucks more for the turbo. So now you're starting to get your price up there again. But it's a good unit. They're both good units. I would buy them again. For our particular application, we're using them as backup blowers for our business. And I would recommend the buy. I would buy them again, put it that way. So anyway, I hope you guys have enjoyed the video. Did the best we could in the middle of winter to try and show you these things. But if you do like the video, hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe. And as always, thank you. Leave me your comments down below.